Imagine this: two traders open their laptops at the same time, looking at the same chart in the same market condition. One of them ends the day with profit, confidence, and peace of mind. The other ends the day frustrated, confused, and maybe even angry at himself. What's the difference? It's not the strategy. It's not the chart. It's not even the broker. The real difference is how they think. Most traders lose money not because they don't know how to trade, but because they don't know how to think in the market. That's why today we're going deep into how to think like a professional trader in any market condition. I'm going to break it down in simple, plain language, no complicated terms, no textbook explanations, just real insights that you can start applying right away. And if you stick with me until the end of this video, you'll walk away with a mindset that can completely transform how you approach trading. Let's start with this simple truth. The market doesn't care about you. It doesn't care about me. It doesn't care about anyone's hopes or fears. The market will do whatever it wants. You can't control the candles, you can't control the trends, but you can control your reaction. That's what separates amateurs from professionals. An amateur gets emotional. A professional gets logical. I remember hearing a story about two friends who started trading together. They both learned the same strategy. They both entered the same trades. But one of them would panic every time the market moved against him, closing his trades too early, then jumping back in at the wrong time. The other stayed calm, followed the plan, and managed risk properly. After 6 months, one was down, frustrated, and ready to quit, while the other was up and confident. Same tools, same education, different mindset. That's the game. Now, let's talk about what happens when the market is going up. A bullish market. Prices are climbing, people are excited, and social media is full of traders showing off profits. This is where many beginners make a big mistake. They get carried away by the excitement, they over-leverage, they buy late, and they forget that the market can turn at any moment. A professional, on the other hand, doesn't get carried away by green candles. They don't just jump in blindly. They scale in carefully. They set stop losses. They think first about risk, not just about reward. The amateur asks, "How much can I make?" The pro asks, "How much can I afford to lose and still be in the game tomorrow?" That small difference in thinking is what keeps professionals in the market for years, while many beginners burn out in months. But what about when the market is falling? Bearish markets bring out real fear. Many traders panic, selling too quickly or holding on to losers hoping for a miracle. I've seen people watch their accounts drain simply because they were too scared to cut a loss. Professionals don't panic when the market drops. They understand that opportunity exists in both directions. Sometimes they short the market, sometimes they hedge, and sometimes they just wait for the right setup. The key is this: they don't let fear drive their decisions. They let logic and planning lead the way. Survival is the goal, not chasing quick wins. I'll give you an example. During a major market crash a few years back, many traders wiped out their accounts in 1 week. But I knew a professional trader who did the opposite. He didn't panic, he didn't fight the market. Instead, he waited, analyzed, and entered carefully on the way down. While others lost everything, he preserved capital and even grew his account. Not because he was smarter, but because he thought differently. He thought like a pro. Now, there's another type of market that frustrates most traders. The sideways or choppy market. When price just moves up and down in small ranges without any clear trend. Amateurs hate this because they feel like nothing is happening. So they force trades, jumping in and out, wasting time and money on setups that don't really exist. Professionals think differently. They know that sometimes the best trade is no trade. They use sideways conditions to observe, plan, and prepare. Instead of wasting energy, they save it for when the market shows a real opportunity. This patience is one of the biggest secrets of professional traders. And speaking of patience, let's talk about the habits that make up a professional mindset. First is patience, the ability to wait for the right setup instead of forcing trades. Second is discipline, following your rules even when emotions are pulling you in another direction. Third is emotional control, no fear, no greed, just logic. And fourth is adaptability. The market changes all the time, and professionals adjust instead of fighting it. Think of it like water, it flows around obstacles, it adjusts to any container. That's how your mindset should be in the market. But how do you actually train your mind to think like this? It's not automatic. It's not something you learn once and master forever. It's like training a muscle. You have to work on it daily. One way is by keeping a trading journal. Not just writing down your entries and exits, but writing how you felt during the trade. Were you nervous? Were you greedy? Did you follow your plan? Over time, you'll start to see patterns in your emotions, and that awareness alone can help you improve. Another way is to set daily trading rules before you even open your platform. For example, I will not risk more than 2% of my account in one day, or I will only take 3 trades today. By setting rules ahead of time, you take the emotion out of the heat of the moment. And one more tip, create a mental routine before you trade. Some traders do breathing exercises, others review affirmations, others just remind themselves of their risk limits. It may sound small, but these routines build discipline over time. Now let's flip it around and talk about mistakes. The common traps that destroy traders. FOMO is a big one, fear of missing out. You see a candle shooting up and think, if I don't enter now, I'll miss everything. Then you jump in at the top only to watch it reverse. Another trap is revenge trading. You take a loss and immediately try to win it back, doubling your risk. This is one of the fastest ways to blow an account. Then there's ignoring stop losses, moving them further and further until a small loss turns into a disaster. Pros don't fall for these traps because they have systems in place to protect them. And you can too if you start building those systems now. So here's the truth. Thinking like a pro trader doesn't mean predicting every move perfectly. It doesn't mean winning every trade. It means staying calm, disciplined, and logical no matter what the market throws at you. It means focusing on survival, consistency, and growth instead of chasing quick wins. If you master your mind, the profits will follow. Before we wrap up, let me ask you this. Which market condition do you find hardest to handle? Is it when prices are climbing fast? When they're crashing? Or when they're just moving sideways? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to hear your experience. If you found value in this video, make sure you subscribe for more trading mindset lessons. Share this with a fellow trader who needs to hear it. And remember, strategies come and go, but the right mindset will carry you through any market condition. Trade smart, stay disciplined, and think like a pro.